In 2025, AI voiceovers are taking over the world of content creation, and there are a lot of tools flying around, but none of them can match the accuracy and the quality of ElevenLabs. Unfortunately, most people still don't know how to use it to its full potential, so in this video, I will show you all the features of ElevenLabs and how to use them to get the best voiceovers for your content. This is going to be a very practical video, so it's best you follow every step closely so you don't get lost. If you don't have an account, click the link in the description to get 10,000 free credits. I actually recommend using the creator plan to get full access to all the cool features we'll be using in this video, but you can get started with a free plan too. Once you're logged into ElevenLabs, this is what you'll see. But let's head over to the Voices tab. There are different ways to use voices in ElevenLabs, but the first one I'm going to show you is the voice library. Here you can see many pre-recorded voices with great descriptions, so it's easy to make your choice. But to be sure about the voice you're choosing, you can just click on any name and listen to how it sounds.
Your anger against every form of insult.
Okay, so this might sound silly, but
This voice covers a wide emotional spectrum from whispers to
If you click on trending voices, you'll get taken to a list of all the voices sorted by trending. Here on the right side, you can also see how many people have used this voice. The idea is, if more people have used it, it is most likely one of the best. So if you're aiming for one of the more popular voices, click on the sort button here, and you'll get to see the list of voices sorted by the most users. Let's try to see how Mark sounds.
I think this is a really nice way to just talk naturally together, talk plainly. Let's give it a shot.
You probably heard this one multiple times in YouTube and TikTok videos. If you're starting a YouTube channel or a personal project, you may want to use a voice that's not that common. For this, click on the filter again, sort by latest, and you'll see a lot of voices that have just been added over the last few months or a year ago and not yet popular. So you can just listen to them and check out which ones you like.
I'm Ruby, a warm, engaging British voice bringing clarity.
Stay focused and work hard to reach your goals.
And when you find a voice you like, you can just click on the Add button to add to My Voices. Now let's head over to the text-to-speech tool. Here you can type in any message and let it generate a voice in the voice that you've picked. For this exercise, I'm going to have it read out loud our ElevenLabs and Impeccable strategic partnership announcement. And you can pick your voice here. I'm picking Hank. And I hit Generate Speech.
ElevenLabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
If I like the output, I can just hit download to download the latest file generated. Now let's check out the voice design feature located right here on the top right. This feature allows you to create your own voice completely from scratch using only prompts. I'll show you exactly how it works. Generally speaking, there are three major things that affect how we speak. First is our age, then nationality, and then finally gender. In simple terms, if we define just those three things, we'll have a pretty unique voice, and then you can layer on more nuances. For example, if we said a middle-aged American male, and then we'll have them read the ElevenLabs announcement, hit generate voice.
ElevenLabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
And it generates three versions, so you can just pick between the three. Try it out.
ElevenLabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
ElevenLabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
So if you didn't like any of them, you can hit regenerate. I think I like the first one.
ElevenLabs and
then you can just select that voice if you like it. If you're feeling risky, you can try out these ideas that they have. Ooh, movie trailer voice. Let's try that. And then just generate.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
That's pretty ridiculous. Awesome. I might want to save one of these.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI. Elevenlabs and Impeccable.
Okay, one of these is the top. So I think we'll go.
Elevenlabs and...
Yeah, that one's pretty ridiculous. Let's select this voice. We'll call it, name it, movie trailer male voice. And then to add context, we can just label it. Oh, I don't know the accent. Gender, age, middle age, and save the voice. So now it's saved to my library as one of my voices. There's another feature that's very exciting, and this is one where big creators often use so that they don't have to do their own voiceovers every time on their video. This method is called voice cloning. It can be found here. Go to Voices and create or clone a voice. So there's two ways to do it. The first one is using the instant voice clone. And then this is the quickest and easiest method because you can clone your voice in just 2 minutes using only 10 seconds of audio. And then the better quality one is the professional voice clone, which will create the most realistic replica of your voice, but requires 30 minutes of sample audio. So if I just needed a quick and dirty version of my voice clone, we can try the instant voice clone, and we'll hit record audio, hit start. Elevenlabs and Impeccable announced strategic partnership to accelerate adoption of voice AI. Elevenlabs, the leading voice AI research company known for its advanced speech synthesis and conversational voice AI technologies, today announced a strategic partnership with Impeccable, a premier end-to-end technology consultancy with deep expertise in AI enablement, digital transformation, contact center innovation, and enterprise integration. I think that was 2 minutes. That was pretty quick. And then you just go through the process, hit next, and it will process and generate. What I usually would do with this is PEC AI voice clone, call it quick and dirty. PEC's AI voice clone, 30-second sample. Yeah, 10-second sample, 1 minute sample, whatever it was. And save mode. And then now with that, it's already done. Now you can test it out and let's see how well it does. Generate speech. You can go back to your text to speech, and then you can use the PEC AI voice clone quick and dirty and see how it works.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announced strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
That's pretty good, but I could tell it wasn't exactly my voice. But again, it was done very quickly. The higher quality method is the professional voice clone. Now just click on that and you can start a reading. You can create a new clone. They've highlighted a couple steps you should follow. First of all, you need a really high quality mic. They recommend using an XLR mic. Second, they recommend you use a pop filter, keeping the recording noise free, record into an acoustically treated room, have some audio pre-processing, volume control, lastly, verify your voice. So here I'm going to create a new clone. You can give it a name, description, accent, and then one of the things is you can just upload some samples if you already have some. Again, this has to be 30 minutes or more. You can record yourself right then and there here. One of the nice features I really like about this is instead of having to find a script that you may not have ready, you can just have a script generated that they have 4 different uses: conversational, narrative, and advertisement that you can use to read off when you're recording your voice clone. I've already recorded my voice clone a few times, the high quality, so I already have a sample of that. But if you want to create your own, this is where you would start and hit start recording. Now let's get deeper into the practical parts of voice generation to make our sounds even more authentic. So I'll go back into the text-to-speech tab. On the right-hand side here, you see all these various settings, including speed, stability, similarity, style exaggeration, and speaker boost. For the voice model, I recommend sticking with V2, unless there's a specific reason not to. There is a newer version, V3, that is their most expressive model, but it is still in alpha stages, and people have reported getting weird results. Now, if cost is an issue, suggest trying out V2.5 Flash, which is 50% cheaper. For most things, I recommend sticking with V2. Speed is pretty basic. You can slow it down.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
Or speed it up.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
So for most things, the default of a speed of 1x is best. Next up is stability. This is how much you want your voice to switch between emotions. The higher the percentage, the more stable it is. The lower the percentage, the more variable it is. So let's try with more variability.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
Wow, I just sound British all of a sudden. And then more stable, extreme.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
That's actually not bad. Similarity, so the higher the value, the more similar to your sound, your voice. Low similarity, it'll vary more. So let's test out low similarity, regenerate.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
High similarity.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
It's hard to tell, but again, my sample size here was not great. Style exaggeration, so it's not going to exaggerate your style or lots of exaggeration. So if you're like me and you're very monotone, you might want to exaggerate a bit.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI.
Regenerate.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership.
Then low exaggeration.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI. Elevenlabs.
Speaker boost amplifies the presence of the voice. It can make it sound stronger or louder. It's advisable to leave it on. Now that you've set up your voice, you may think all you have to do is get the perfect voiceovers to just copy and paste your script in. But if you want it to sound exactly how you imagine in your head, you must acknowledge the pauses and the emotions in each line. There are a few different ways to apply pauses in Elevenlabs. The first method is to use the word break to add a break, something like this.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI. Elevenlabs, the leading voice AI research company known for its advanced speech synthesis and conversational voice AI technologies, today announced a strategic partnership with Impeccable, a premier and
As you can see, adding this break tag between technologies and today created a pause of 0.5 seconds. So you can control the timing of the break for as long as you want just by controlling this time field. So that's one way to do it. The second method is to add hyphen or ellipsis characters like this.
Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of Elevenlabs and Impeccable announce strategic partnership to accelerate enterprise adoption of voice AI. Elevenlabs, the leading voice AI research.
So by adding an ellipsis, it just added a short pause. Now you can't control the timing, but this is an easy one if you just need a quick pause. Now, if you've ever wanted to read something in somebody else's voice, you can use this feature called Voice Changer. Let's have a look. So here you can upload an audio sample or just record your audio right here. So in this example, I'll be recording my own voice and then we're going to change it to something else. I'll just hit start. Elevenlabs, the leading voice AI research company known for its advanced speech synthesis and conversational voice AI technologies, today announced a strategic partnership with Impeccable. Now let's try the movie trailer male voice AI and see how it sounds.
Elevenlabs, the leading voice AI research company known for its advanced speech synthesis and conversational voice AI technologies, today announced a strategic partnership with Impeccable.
So there's quite a lot of background noise. So in my next one, I probably want to remove the background noise. As you can see, I was able to change whatever I read out loud to any other voice. However, it had the same mispronunciations that I had. What if you're in a rush and you don't have access to a noise-free studio to record your voice? Well, Elevenlabs has got you covered. Check out Voice Isolator. Here, you can either upload your own audio file directly or you can record right here. It will remove the background noise. I'm in a room with a lot of background noise right now because it's hot and it's got a fan. I'm going to also use a bottle to make a noise on my desk. I'll squeeze the bottle and let's see how it does with all that background noise. So I'm going to just do my same reading and with a lot of background noise, and then use the voice isolator to see how well it does to remove the background audio. Demand for customizable voice AI agents is growing rapidly, but many enterprises need help implementing and integrating these solutions into their existing systems, said Jack Smith, go-to-market partnerships at Elevenlabs. Impeccable's technical expertise, contact center experience, and strategic customer-centric approach to development make them the ideal partner to help us scale and serve customers globally. Okay, let's play that. Demand for customizable voice AI agents is growing rapidly, but many enterprises need help implementing and integrating these solutions into their existing systems, said Jack Smith. So you can hear that there's a lot of background noise. The plastic bottle's making sound. I'm going to try to isolate the voice and see how it does. Demand for customizable voice AI agents is growing rapidly, but many enterprises need help implementing and integrating these solutions into their existing systems, said Jack. Wow, that's amazing. So I did not hear the fan in the background. I didn't hear the bottle anymore. Very good feature. So if you're in a bind and you don't have access to the ideal conditions for recording, you can just upload this to Voice Isolator and clean up your audio. Next, let's check out sound effects. Every good video production needs sound effects. To access, just go to the navigation on the left here, go to sound effects, and when you click on it, when you see it, you can hit the Explore, and here you can sample a lot of sound effects already pre-made for you. And if you can't find what you want, you can just describe a sound. Thunder, storm. You can specify how long you want it for and the prompt influence. Hit generate. And when it's ready, it gives you 4 samples and you can just try them out right there. So my favorite is sample 2. Sounds pretty close to what I'm looking for, so I can just hit download. Next up, we're going to look at some of their products. The first one is Studio. This is where you can create longer form audio like audiobooks, voiceovers, and video to music, or if you're working on a podcast. Basically, this is what I use for when I'm working on a project, and instead of just one-offs. So the text-to-speech, it's just an empty canvas for quick and dirty text-to-speech, but if you're working on projects, as you can see here, I'm working on some testimonials, a LinkedIn post, voiceover for a LinkedIn post, voiceover for a blog post. This is where you can have this sort of a project or workspace for that project. what we can do, if you're working on an audiobook, they have workflow for that. You can just upload your file, and pick a voice, and it'll create that audiobook for you. If you have working on a voiceover, you can just start typing here or upload your video and start working on your voiceover project right here. Most of the times for my needs, I don't, none of these fit into what I'm working on, so I just usually start from scratch. Here's an example of a project that I started. I have quite a few testimonials, and therefore I picked quite a few voices. These are written testimonials that I'm trying to add audio to. How this works is you just start pasting your text and pick a voice for what you want to be read. So for example, here, you can just pick the white male tech exec, and then I can just hit play and it'll generate.
They truly helped bring our entire product concept to life.
So if I like that, what I can do is I can lock that paragraph to prevent further changes, so it won't regenerate each time. And with this one, I might want to change the voice, so I might pick Chris.
It has been an impeccable experience. The name of the company says it all.
So that was great. I like that generation, so I'm going to pick that one and lock it. There you go. That's an overview of the Studio product. Just a quick note, sometimes it doesn't quite pronounce or read the words the way you want to. So impeccable is sometimes pronounced impeccable. What I can do is I can highlight that word, and then I can teach it to pronounce it correctly by using the pronunciation editor. And I can add the rule to be read the way I want it to. So spelled impeccable, something like that. Hit save. So I can just create and add this to their pronunciation library. If you accidentally generated something over something you've already liked, you can always go to the generation history and look at the generation history and even restore to the version that you liked. Next up, we have this dubbing feature right here. It's really helpful for anyone that wants to become a creator and support multiple different languages. For example, I speak English and most of my content is in English, but if I wanted a wider reach, I can translate my videos into Spanish and start a Spanish channel. First, create a dub. Now give it a project name. Then fill in the language. You can have it auto-detect and then set a target language, in this case, Spanish. Now I can upload my video or just post a link to the YouTube video, TikTok, or other URL. So in this instance, I'm going to just try using the YouTube video, one of mine that's already out there. And I can create a project out of this, or I can just go ahead and create it. And that's it. You'll just start working on the dubbing creation. Lastly, I've explained most of the stuff around text-to-speech, but Elevenlabs also has a speech-to-text tool that allows you to transcribe any audio file into written text. This is useful for turning meetings, interviews, and even YouTube videos into readable content. To get started, click on the speech-to-text product on the left. Here we are. And all you have to do is click on transcribe files, and then you can upload the audio up to 1,000 megabytes. And you can use AI transcript or human transcript. Human transcript is going to cost a lot more and not done instantaneously, usually ready in 48 hours. But for the most needs, AI transcript works pretty good. Here I've already transcribed a video I've created on model context protocol. So I'm just going to show it right here. This is a video narrating the my video on model context protocol, and this is a text. So that's about everything you need to create great content with Elevenlabs using their creative platform. In our future video, we will be talking about the conversational AI aspect of Elevenlabs. Let's talk about pricing for a bit. The best part is you can start using ElevenLabs for free using the link in the description. Comes with 10,000 free credits a month, and it covers a lot of features including text-to-speech, speech-to-text, music, conversational AI studio, and automated dubbing, and even has API access. If you're somewhat of a heavy user, you'll probably run out of the 10,000 free credits pretty quickly, and I recommend the creator plan. You can access all of the features, including the professional voice cloning. You can also go to a bit higher to the pro scale if needed, if you plan to create a lot of videos and you need more credits. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and share it if you found this helpful. See you in the next video.